I've spent most of my life trying new things and waiting for something to feel right. I moved around a bunch, I changed my majors, I changed my jobs, I changed things in my environment, but no matter what I do, I just still struggle with the same thing. And I don't know, for a while, I didn't understand it, but I'm starting to realize that I can function well on the outside, but then I have nothing left. And for a long time, I just thought, like, when I find the right thing, life will feel right. So I went to college. Because that was what was pushed. That's what's pushed. And it's like, get a degree, get a job, a well-paying job, and then spend the rest of your life working. And there was nothing that I wanted to do for the rest of my life, nothing I wanted to study to do for the rest of my life. And that really started to get to me mentally, and I felt like something was wrong with me, or I don't know, I just couldn't find anything. And so I eventually took a semester, sorry if that's loud, but I eventually took a semester off of college because I just didn't see any point of doing it if I didn't have an idea of what I wanted to do. And during this time off, I found a dog bathing job, and I saw that with bathing comes grooming, and that could be a career. And for the first time, I was like, I finally found a path, and I finally found something that felt right. So I did move during this time when I started bathing, so I eventually found a new bathing job in the new place I moved to, but I was working 2 part-time jobs at this time, and it started to become too much. And I thought, oh, okay, 2 part-time jobs, yeah, that's a lot of just a lot to keep track of and a lot to do. And so eventually I moved to getting a full-time position at a salon as a bather, and they would eventually train me as a groomer. So I was doing that, it was going good. Finally got trained as a groomer, and I was still struggling. And at this time, this is about the time I realized, or I found out I am on the autism spectrum. And I started to realize that a lot of this has been burnout and just my autistic trait showing up in my life. And I don't know, it's been nice for me to know that I'm autistic and understand why some of the things that I'm struggling with are bothering me, or why it's a struggle for me when it doesn't seem to be as big of a struggle for other people. And I don't know, but I am so good at hiding that. I mean, I went for 21 years without anyone knowing or even ever thinking that could be a possibility for me. So I've gotten good at hiding my struggles and my differences, but then with that comes no one understands the struggles and how much it takes out of me to be able to show up in this way and to work this job and to be this employee. And I don't know if I already said this, but I love my job. I love the grooming. I know I already said that. Now that I'm saying it out loud again, I know I said that. But I don't know. I just didn't have anything left to give to my life. And I care about my job, so it's not like I don't even know. But eventually I got accommodations after I found out I was autistic, and I was thinking that would fix it. When I get some support for my job, I will feel okay and things will feel right. And I guess it did help a little bit, but I still am left with the same feeling that I can't live my life. And so I changed salons to a more quieter, slower paced an environment, and I can wear my noise canceling headphones instead of just an earbud. But instead of, I don't know, I'm still just left with the same feeling of I can't live my life. Like, there's so many, like, after work, well, first of all, after work, I just, like, dissociate so heavy. And, like, I'm just driving home and I feel not real. Like, life is not real. And I'm just like, what is any of this? But, I don't know. And it's just frustrating, especially, like, then I just gotta go do it the next day. So I get home and that's all that's on my mind. And even if, like, I have the next day off, it's just like, great, a day off. And then the cycle starts all over again. And I don't know. Like, there's so many things I want to do, but, like, after work or even on my days off, I often just don't have the energy to do those things. Like, I can't bring myself to do much of anything because I just have nothing. And I don't know. Not being able to do the things like I want to do and enjoy also is something that also adds to the struggle. Like, when my life is simply play this role and come home, feel exhausted, go to sleep, do it all over again. Like, when that's all that I have in my life, it shows up in ways like me getting frustrated when I'm at my job, or me getting frustrated with the people close to me, or me isolating myself. And just, I don't know, like a cycle of shame and sadness and anger, and it's exhausting. And I try my very best. I like, on days I work the next day and I can't bring myself to do much of anything, and I'm just stuck in my head about how this is my life. I've been finding that if I put on my noise canceling headphones, turn up the music so I can, like, hear everything, feel everything, that really seems to get me out of my head, and that's helpful. And, like, it might sound silly, but, like, after I work my longer stretches, or, like, at the end of the week, my last day of work for the week, I let myself open, like, a blind box. Just a little simple joy that makes, I don't know, that gives me something to look forward to after working. So, I don't know, I'm still learning how to navigate and accommodate myself and understand myself and how to express that. So it's not perfect, but I know, I don't know. I guess I just wanted to share. I don't know. I know it helps me to hear other people talk about their experience, and I don't know. I know I mostly more so just ranted, but even knowing that I or you are not the only one that feel like this is helpful to me. So, thank you.